sign in with your name and address. Please make it legible. That's so if we need to contact you for any reason, that we have a means of doing so, and that you can be alerted to the director's decision, final decision on this. So my name is John Goldberg. I'll be the hearing officer today. I work in the ESER project, the Earthquake Safety Bond Program for Public Works. And my job here as the hearing officer is to get both sides of the story and then make a recommendation to the director. The director makes the final decision as to whether fines will be sustained or not, or mitigated. So that will be the director's call. When you come up, we're going to start with the staff. Staff will make the presentation, and then the appellant can speak if they choose to, and then we'll have the public allowed to speak if there's anyone from the public who wants to speak. I think officially they like to keep it at about 3 minutes per person, but my thought is that if you've come down here, we want to hear you, and so if you go beyond 3 minutes, I think that's fine. However, I do reserve the right to ask you to kind of close up and speed up if we're seemingly going a little long. So what we're going to do today is go right down the agenda from start to finish, and then if somebody comes in late, we'll give them an opportunity at the end, but we want to respect the people that are here at the start of the hearing. So with that, if there's no questions, we'll get started with item number 2. Order number 201432 to consider a request from Essex Property Trust Incorporated to a major street encroachment permit for the installation of a raised crosswalk with truncated domes, landscaping, and a bench within the public right-of-way along Clementine at First Street in conjunction with a development known as the Transbay Block 9, 500 Folsom Street. Someone from staff here to speak on the matter?
My name is Vin Lay from Public Works, Bureau of Use and Mapping.
Okay, Mr. Lay, and this goes to everyone. If you would please state your name and spell it so I get it right when I send the note up to the director. Last name?
Lay, L-E.
Okay, thank you.
I'm reviewing this. So just want to give you an overview of this request of the major encroachment at 500 Folsom Street. We received this application on February 22nd, 2019 for this building, which will be apartments. They went through the major encroachment, submitted the general plan compliant form with the planning department, and it was approved. Case number 2015-011468 GPR is currently pending task approval. The public hearing was mailed out 10 days prior to the hearing within the 300 feet radius. Public Works did not receive any comments up until today. The plan has been reviewed by multiple divisions of Public Works, SFMTA, SFPUC. There were no other comments to the overall plan and layout. There are just a few comments related to works and the sidewalk grading and truncated domes, but they should not impact the overall plan and layout of the proposed raised crosswalk and bench. I'll be here available if you have any questions.
Is anyone here else on to speak on the matter? Okay, very good. Any member of the public wish to speak on it? All right, hearing none, we'll close this item and move on to the next one. Thank you. Item number 3, order number 201449 to consider notice of violation 12265, the violations for improper housekeeping at 185 Haight Street.
On the screen. Good morning. My name is Jonathan Vang, V-A-I-N-G. I'm an inspection supervisor for Public Work, Bureau of Street Use and Mapping. This is regarding to public order number 201. Get back to that screen. 201449 for the property at 185 Haight Street. Going to read the history report of this case. On Wednesday, March 6, 2019, around 12 p.m., an inspector responded to a complaint regarding graffiti on a construction site located at 185 Haight Street. Upon arrival, the inspector found graffiti on the property plywood and issued a correction notice number 12265 for graffiti to be removed within 72 hours. On Saturday, March 9th, 2019, around 2 p.m., the inspector performed a follow-up inspection, and as the graffiti was not removed, the inspector issued a notice of violation 12265 to Rich Bay Construction for improper housekeeping at $1,000 per day. A final inspection on Wednesday, March 13, 2019, showed the graffiti was abated, and the inspector closed out the violation with a final penalty of $3,000. I'm going to go ahead and show the photo related to this case. It's a copy of the appeal letter and a copy of the notice of violation show on the top that was a correction notice issued and follow-up at the bottom with a notice of violation. Original inspection date, March 6, showed the graffitis on the wall. And inspection performed on March 9th. Final inspection on March 15 showed the graffiti is abated. It's a copy of the invoice. And that's all we have for this case.
Very good. Thank you. Is the appellant here? Would the appellant like to speak? Please come up, sir. State your name and spell the last name.
My name is Alex Lang. L-I-A-N-G is my last name.
Okay.
Regarding the violation, that we're not saying that we don't take responsibility, but we do believe that we deserve a reasonable time frame for us to fix the mistake. Because at that time, it's a heavy rain for over a week, so we don't know what happened until I'm a general contractor and I go back to the job site. And we also believe that $1,000 fine per day is unreasonable. And once we find out there's a mistake on the graffiti, we fix it right away.
Okay.
And there's another job site in the proximity.
The same case, the graffiti.
Also in the same case, similar case for the graffiti, they allow 30 days to fix the problem.
From the public works.
Also from the Department of Public Work. And the fine is much less based on what we see on the notification. So we're wondering that why would that be a double standard on our job site versus a job site within the proximity?
Yes, sir, I'm not competent to speak about other violations. We can only address the violation that, here. So, so I understand that the job was stopped for a little bit of time. Who was responsible for the site while, the property owner, the construction company? There's still a responsibility to inspect the site, even though, work is delayed for a period of time.
Yeah, we understand that we should be responsible for that, but what we're just asking for is just a reasonable time frame versus only 72 hours to fix the problem. And, okay, yeah, so like I said, we're willing to fix the problem, and we fix the problem right after we realize that there's a graffiti on the job site.
Okay. Is there anything else?
So basically, to sum it up, so we believe that $1,000 per day is unreasonable, and 72 hours only allow us to fix the graffiti is also unreasonable, and that's why we're here to appealing it for. Like I said, we're willing to take responsibility, but we also want the city to give us a reasonable time frame to fix it.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Any members of the public wish to speak on this matter? Okay. Hearing none, we'll close this matter. Move on to item number 4. Order number 201450, to consider a notice of violation 12391, violations for improper housekeeping at 4093 24th Street.
Thank you. Good morning. Jonathan Vang, V-A-I-N-G, Public Work Inspection Supervisor. I'm reading order number 201450 for notice of violation 12391, location at 4093 24th Street. On Saturday, April 13, 2019, around 12 p.m., an inspector responded to a complaint regarding graffiti on a construction site located at 185 Haight Street.
That's what I have.
That's right, okay. Didn't we just do this one?
We just did this one. So let's do
What's order number 201451?
450 is what I have for, well, but the agenda's wrong here. Yeah, 450 is 40093 Haight Street.
Sorry, give us 1 second.
The PowerPoint is incorrect, I think.
12391.
I think the PowerPoint was duplicated.
Yeah, it's a duplicate. Case at this time.
Okay, is the appellant here for 24th Street? Anyone here to speak on 201450 24th Street? Okay. All right, we'll pass this one. This person will get a pass because we screwed up. Okay, so we'll move on to the next one. Order number 5, is that the one they asked for continuance?
Yes.
950 Goff Street? Okay, so we're going to continue that. That continuance is granted.
That's correct.
So we'll move on to item number 6. Order number 201452.
Okay. Good morning, Jonathan Vang, Public Work. Reading order number 201452 for notice of violation, multiple 11056, 1110, 11021, 10937, and 11276. History from July 12, 2018 to July 26, 2018, Public Work Inspector responded to on 5 occasions to debris boxes placed in the public right-of-way without a permit. At each site, the inspector found an unpermitted debris box from an unregistered debris box company. Per incident, violation was issued for each of the 5 locations at 1,200. On August 3, 2018, AC Equipment became a registered debris box company and obtained 6 annual debris box decal. I'm going to show some photos and document related to this case. A copy of an appeal letter, copy of the notice of violation, and photos of the notice of violation 11056, notice of violation 1110, notice of violation 11021, and 10937, and 11276. And that's all we have for this case.
So my understanding is that this violation as a whole, or this was heard previously and was adjudicated, and these were some that were missed in that process. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Are you aware of any violations since these, or has the appellant been compliant with,
I think
moving forward?
Moving forward after this violation, it appeared that they're in compliance.
Okay, thank you. Is the appellant here to speak on the matter? Yes. Would you like to speak on the matter?
Can you take this letter? You good?
Thank you. Can you state your name and spell it for the record, sir?
My name is Tommy Dillon.
Okay.
Tommydillon.
Okay, Mr. Dillon, go ahead.
As you see in the letter, I did not know about this law, and they did not tell me at the DPW.
Okay.
And they keep writing the same ticket for the same address.
Right, well, I mean, from what Jonathan said, apparently, these were all history, and when this, you've already had the hearing, and these are just ones that have popped up, and since the initial violations, you've been compliant.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Is there anything else you wish to add, or is that?
I want to see what you have to say.
What I have to say is I give a recommendation to the director, and then the director decides whether to accept or reject my recommendation, or to modify it in some way, and then the director will send out a notice with his findings. So I have an opinion, but I don't have a decision.
Okay.
Okay, so you'll be hearing from the director. I guess you heard from the director before? Was there a letter you got from in the past?
A long time ago, yeah.
You'll be getting the same kind of thing,
Okay.
okay? Very good, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Any member of the public wish to speak on this? Okay, hearing none, we'll move on to the next one. Okay. This one's 44 Fifth Street?
Okay,
Okay, item number 7, 44 Fifth Street. Consider of notice violation 11446. Violations are for no street space permit. Housekeeping at 44 Fifth Street.
good morning, Jonathan Vang with Public Work, reading order number 201453, notice violation 11446, location at 44 Fifth Street. On Tuesday, October 30th, 2018, around 8 p.m., an inspector responded to a complaint regarding a scaffold in front of 44 Fifth Street. Upon arrival, the inspector found scaffold in the public right-of-way without a street space permit. The inspector then issued a correction notice number 11446 to obtain a street space permit or remove the scaffold by 12 p.m. of October 31st, 2018. A follow-up inspection was conducted on Wednesday, October 31st, 2018, around 3 p.m. As no permit was obtained, the inspector issued a notice of violation 11446 for no street space permit and improper housekeeping for $2,000 per day. The violation was closed out on Thursday, November 1st, 2018, with a penalty of $2,000 as a street space was obtained. Show some a copy of the appeal letter for this case, copy of the correction notice and the notice of violation at the bottom. The initial inspection photos, October 30th. Follow-up inspection, October 31st photos. And a copy of the invoice.
Okay, and the housekeeping violation would be the graffiti?
Correct.
Very good, thank you.
Yep.
Is the appellant here? Would you like to speak on the matter? Please come up, sir.
Yes, my name is Jayesh Devdara, last name Devdhara. Sir, actually, when the violation happened, I was out of city. So when I went to the hotel, then I see the notice. So I went to the next day and I correct the violation by myself the next day. The contractor, Dalvin Garcia, they sent an email to him, and he was no longer working for us that time. So I did not know the violation same day, but I did correct this next day, the violation.
Okay, and you weren't, so do you live on the property, sir?
No, I don't.
Do
The
you have a
property is closed for renovation for almost 2
The property is
years.
all entirely closed?
Yeah, it's already closed.
Okay, and so you didn't go by on the 30th?
Right.
You went by on the when, the 1st or 31st?
31st.
The 31st, what
First
time?
in the evening, like around 4 o'clock.
So the property's closed, there's no one living there?
No, nobody living there.
Very good, thank you. Is there anyone who would like to speak on this matter? Okay. All right, next one, item number 8, order number 201454, to consider notice of violation 11959. The violations are excavating without permit at 260 10th Street.
Thank you. Good morning. Jonathan Vang with Public Work, reading order number 201454. Notice of violation number 11959, location at 260 10th Street. A history report on Tuesday, January 29, 2019, around 11 a.m. An inspector responded to a complaint regarding construction work occurring at 260 10th Street. Upon arrival, the inspector found workers excavating in the roadway. After research, the inspector did not find a permit for the work and issued a notice of violation 11959 for $10,000 for excavating without a valid permit, and the contractor was directed to obtain a permit. Permit number 19E-00134 was obtained by D-Line Construction on Friday, February 1st. We can show some photos relating to this. Appeal letter from D-Line Construction, a copy of notice of violation, initial inspection at January 29, 2019, and the correspondent email with the inspector and the contractor, and the permit 19E-00134 that was obtained. Copy of the invoice related to this NOV. That's all we have for that.
Okay. Is anyone from the appellants here? Would they like to speak to it? Come on up, sir.
Morning.
Good morning.
My name is Jeremy Steele with D-Line Constructors. So this was actually not a complaint. He was addressing. We actually called out for an inspection. We're used to working in Oakland. This is our first job in San Francisco, working for plant construction. They had a building permit for offsite that we thought covered our excavation in the street. So we called an excavation. We called a permit inspection for that permit. The gentleman came out and said it didn't cover what we were doing, and so gave us a fine of $10,000, a citation. He did say if you go down and pull the permit, that would go a long way to relieving this fine. So we went down and paid $1,800 for the excavation permit. And so just kind of, that kind of recaps what went on. Again, first time we kind of learning the process of working in San Francisco, and that's our first job there. So that's
All right.
all I have. Thanks.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you for coming down. Anyone here from the public wishes to speak on this? All right, hearing none, we'll move on to the next item. Item number 9, order number 201455, to consider the notice of violation 12196. The violation is for improper site protection and excavating without a permit at 2786 42nd Avenue. Excuse me.
Thank you. Good morning. Jonathan Vang with Public Work, reading order number 201455, violation 12196 for a location at 2786 42nd Avenue. On Monday, March 11th, 2019, around 2 p.m., an inspector responded to a complaint regarding a construction work at 2786 42nd Avenue. Upon arrival, the inspector found worker excavating the sidewalk without a permit and no safe path of travel. The inspector then issued a notice of violation 12196 for $2,000 per day for excavating without a permit and improper site protection. On Tuesday, March 12th, 2019, street space permit M1050447 was obtained. A follow-up inspection occurred on Thursday, March 14th, 2019, that showed the sidewalk was repaired and the violation was closed out. The violation would fine a penalty of $2,000.
Okay. Thank you. Is the appellant here? Great. Would you like to speak? Please state your name and spell it.
My name is Nicole Chu Wong. It's Chiuwang. Apologies,
Okay.
that's my son in the back, and my husband's the other homeowner.
We welcome him. We welcome them all.
Thank you. My husband is also here. His name is Donald Wong, Wang.
Okay.
We are here, and our general contractor is not. We actually were not aware of this violation until May because the notices went to the prior homeowner. We became homeowners in January.
Okay.
And we hired our general contractor, Candler, and they got all the permits that we believed were required. We knew that they were going to do the driveway, and we didn't know until after the fact that they did the sidewalk. It did have a lot of cracks, and so to us, it was great that they were going to do the sidewalk because it had a lot of cracks and looked really bad, and so if we were going to get a sidewalk in addition to the driveway, that sounded great. It wasn't, though, until the letter that was dated April 22nd that went to the prior homeowner. On May 15th, we received notice, a copy of that letter from the prior homeowner saying, like, hey, I think this is serious, you should look into it. What we were told from our general contractor was that, as you saw in the timeline, they got a permit within, I believe, 24 hours, like around 1 p.m. on the day after. They got the violation at 2 p.m. on the 11th. By 1 p.m. on the 12th, they'd gotten the permit, and the concrete and everything had been poured by the 14th. And so when we talked to them about it in May, they told us that they thought that they could appeal the fine because they got everything done so quickly and that they were going to do that. We submitted a letter, and I believe that
I've got the letter and I've read it.
yeah, so what came to our attention was that although they had asked for guidance to appeal it, they didn't. And even though they were told exactly how to appeal it, apparently back in March, they still didn't. And we've been informed from them, and they know that this hearing was happening today and still chose not to come. We've been informed from them that they don't have the money to pay the $2,000 fine, and we're getting the impression now, and by the fact that they're not here also, that they're planning on just sticking us with the fine. So basically, we're at your mercy, just saying we're a young family that our new homeowner is trying to get this place built so that we can move into it, and $2,000 for us is a heavy burden when we didn't even know that any of this was going on.
So do you have a holdback on the contract with the contractor?
We are in the process of firing them, but that process takes a really long
Oh,
time.
no, I understand that, but as far as progress payments on the work that's been completed,
We have paid progress payments only for work completed, yes.
for all the work completed?
For the work that was required, that had subs, because we wanted to get lien waivers from the subs. But we are withholding payments from them for anything that is not related to subs. And as we go through this process of firing them and them wrapping things up, there are also violations they have with DBI, which is one of the reasons. We also had a director's hearing scheduled with DBI that we had to deal with. So there's a lot we have to work through with them, but we're not optimistic that they will pay the $2,000, and we could withhold the $2,000 and then we pay it. But at this point, we actually don't want to pay them anything, so we'd be withholding $2,000 we'd end up paying $2,000 out of pocket, essentially.
Okay,
Because also when we hire a new contractor, much of the work is going to have to be redone.
okay. Well, I'm sorry for that.
Thanks.
But thank you very much. All right, anything else?
Thank you so much. That's it.
Okay. Anyone from the public wish to speak on this matter? All right, very good. We'll move on to the next one. To consider notice of violation 12526, violations for exceeding permissible use at 1142 Howard Street.
Thank you. Good morning. Jonathan Vang, reading order number 201456, violation 12526. History report on this is on Monday, April 22nd, 2019, around 9 a.m., an inspector responded to a complaint regarding construction work located at 1142 Howard Street. Upon arrival, the inspector found the construction site obstructing the street and issued a notice of violation 12526 for $1,000 per day for exceeding permissible use and to obtain special traffic permit for rerouting of the bike lane. On Tuesday, April 23rd, 2019, the inspector performed a follow-up inspection, and as the bike lane was reopened, the violation was closed out with a final penalty of $1,000. a copy of appeal letter relating to this case, and a notice of violation, and photos showing how the bike lane was blocked, 4/22/19, and 4/23/19, the bike lane is clear, and a copy of the invoice.
Okay,
That's it.
very good. Is there an appellant here that wishes to speak on this?
Good morning. My name is Carlos Rodriguez with Mr. Roofing, Rodriguez.
Okay.
And I'm the owner of our family business.
Okay.
So we thought we were going through the proper channels. We've been re-roofing here in San Francisco for 30 years, since 1989. We obtained what we thought were the required permits. We got a re-roof permit, a street space permit, and the street space department issued us a street space permit based on the conditions that they pulled up on Google Earth. When my estimator went out to give a bid on this property, these were the same conditions. The picture's not that good, but these are the same conditions when we estimated the property. We started this project in April, and that's when we found out that, well, apparently it was restriped at some point, right? I don't know when that was restriped, where there's a bike lane, so that presented some challenges. We did have a scaffold erected. We were making an attempt to protect the public, and we were in the process of rerouting the bike lane when the inspector came and cited us. We weren't aware, so the inspector asked us to get a special permit. It's from the transportation agency, a special traffic permit. Immediately, we mobilized and went over to that department to try to obtain that permit. And I met with Nina Levine and Ozzy Khalik. Explained to them the situation. They said they wouldn't be able to give us a permit at that moment. And we mentioned to them that we would be out of that space by 3 p.m. that afternoon. So it was abated. That way we were able to demo the roof without hurting anyone. And then we did reroute. What they suggested is, that we made it more obvious. So we rerouted the bike lane and marked it. And we had someone on the ground so they can flag people through. So we're asking, I guess we were never made aware of this situation by the agencies that we deal with in San Francisco. We are aware now. I will make sure it doesn't ever happen again. So we're respectfully asking for the fine and the violation to be removed. And what else did I want to say about that?
Sir, can I ask, when did you guys do the estimate?
The estimate we did, I can actually pull up and give you an exact date, but it was in the winter. Well, why don't I give you an exact date? I just have to pull it up on our management system.
No problem.
And that is $1142. So the history of it is it shows here, well, I'll pull it up on here. So we got the call in May 28th, 2018. And June 5th was when we submitted the bid to the owner. And then we commenced the work April 22nd, the same day.
So 8 months later.
Yeah.
And you guys, did you guys go out and recheck the site conditions or no?
Usually, no. What happens is once it's in our production queue, we go and we obtain the permit. That same day that I got the fine, I went to Street Space to ask them like what, you know, and he actually pulled, if you go to Google Earth now and pull up this address,
Probably still the same.
you still see this, this same condition.
Okay.
And so once we knew, we made our best effort to get rid, abate it and comply and protect the public. And certainly we're going to make sure that this doesn't happen again.
I appreciate it. Thank you for coming
Yeah.
down.
Thanks.
Is there anyone else who would like to speak on this matter? All right, hearing none, we'll close this one. Move on to number 11. Order number 201457. Consider notice of violation 12537, violations for inadequate sign posting at 75 Door Street.
Thank you. Order number 2, Jonathan Vang, reading order number 201457, location at 75 Doors, notice of violation 12537. On Tuesday, June 4th, 2019, around 11 a.m., an inspector responded to a complaint regarding construction work located at 75 Door. Upon arrival, the inspector found handwritten sign by Excellent Window Cleaning for permit 19 TOC-04418. Inspector issued a notice of violation 12537 for inadequate sign posting for $1,000 per day. A final inspection on Wednesday, June 5th, showed the sign were removed, and the inspector closed out the violation with a penalty of $1,000. There's a photo related to this case. Notice of violation. Inspection on June 4th, a handwritten sign. And the follow-up inspection June 5th, the sign was removed, which is pending A-frame. A copy of a TOC permit that was approved.
Okay.
A copy of the invoice, and that's sure we have.
Is the appellant here to speak on the matter? Please come up.
Good morning. My name is Adam Blum, B-L-U-M.
Okay.
We did have the permit for this job. When our gentleman who gets the permits went to the city to get the permit, he was told that the new signs were by accident taken by somebody else. So we were left with no choice but to make our own sign, but we did use the valid TOC number.
So these were city signs that were not that were misplaced.
We did everything. We
Right.
do this a lot. We rent a space for one day where we do boom lifts for window cleaning.
Right.
It's usually one day. So we had the right permit for the right date, but when our gentleman went to the city to pick up the signs, they said that our signs had been by accident picked up by somebody else and were not there for us.
Okay, so it was the city's signs that were not available or were taken
Right.
by someone else. So
I
you
don't want
went-
to impugn the city, but that's what happened.
Well, if it's their fault, it's their fault, right? Okay.
Well, we work with the city a lot and we respect them.
I work with the city a lot too.
Okay.
But if it's their fault, it's their fault, right? Accept responsibility. All right, very good. I thank you very much. Anyone want to speak on this matter? Sir, I don't mean to cut you off. Anything else you want to say?
I just don't know the procedure. What, we just wait for a letter?
Yeah, what'll happen is I'll make a recommendation to the director, and then the director reviews it and agrees, disagrees, changes it, calls me up and tells me I'm crazy, but something happens.
All
and
right,
then-
to sum up, then, we followed the law, but then we went to get the signs and they weren't there.
Got it.
All right, thank you, sir.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Jonathan, do we have a way of checking on that? Do you know, is there what means to check whether the signs were misplaced or not available when they went to get them? Or?
No, usually for a permit like that, we send them a PDF, so they have an option. We send them a PDF sign, they can print it themselves.
Okay,
Then the other option is that they pay the city to print it for them, and then they pick it up.
okay.
So
Do we know whether they paid the city to have them print it?
I can get that information for you.
Okay, if you would get that information, that would be helpful. Okay. Item number 12, order number 201458, to consider the notice of violation 13432. The violation is for improper housekeeping at 918 Alabama Street.
Thank you. Good morning. Jonathan Vang, reading public order number 201458. Notice of violation 13432 for violation at 918 Alabama Street. A history report. On Friday, May 24, 2019, around 1 p.m., an inspector responded to a complaint regarding graffiti at a construction site at 918 Alabama Street. Upon arrival, the inspector found graffiti on the porta potty and issued a 72-hour correction notice to CBC General Contractor to remove the graffiti. On Thursday, May 30th, 2019, the inspector performed a follow-up inspection. As the graffiti was not cleaned up, the inspector issued a notice of violation 13432 for improper housekeeping at $1,000 per day. A final inspection on Tuesday, June 4th, 2019, showed that the porta potty was removed, and the inspector closed out the notice of violation with a penalty of $1,000. Show a copy of the appeal letter dated May 20th, and notice of violation, correction notice on the top, and violation notice at the bottom. Original inspection date May 24th, with graffiti on the wall and the porta potty. May 30th, same condition. And June 3rd, look like it's abated, but still look blighted. But it is abated.
Can we go back to the picture of 530? So is that the correction notice there posted on the wall?
You talking about the blue tape there?
So I'm looking, it looks like the no stopping sign on the front under the 918, and then just to the right of that. Does that look like the correction notice?
Show this one. Yeah, that looked like that's a, I can't see it from here, but.
Yes. Okay. All right. Very good. Is the appellant here? Would anyone like to speak on this matter? Okay. With that, we'll close it and move on to item number 13. Order number 201460, to consider notice of violation 13529. The violation is for excavating without a permit at 6625 3rd Street.
Sorry, can you repeat the order number?
Order number 201460. Some of this, 201460. Violation,
460. Do we have one? Give me 1 second locating order number.
yeah, no problem. I mean, it's on the PowerPoint that was in the background.
Okay, I'll read it through here. Okay, reading order number 201460 for notice of violation number 13529, property located at 6625 3rd Street. History report. On Monday, June 10th, 2019, around 11 a.m., an inspector responded to a report regarding a construction work at 6625 3rd Street. Upon arrival, inspector found construction plates in the roadway. After research, the inspector did not find any approved permit for the work, but an applicant submitted by Ace Drilling and excavation was in progress. The inspector then issued a notice of violation 13529 for $10,000 for excavating without a permit. The permit was approved the next day on June 11, 2019. A copy of appeal letter from Ace Drilling. Notice of violation 13529. The site condition inspected June 10th. Should metal plates on the roadway. It's already excavated. Additional photo from June 10th. And a copy of the invoice.
Do we have a history of the permit application to show when the permit was applied for?
Not at this time. We can provide that to you.
Okay, if you would get that for me, I'd appreciate that. Is the appellant here? Come on in, come on up. Good morning.
I'm Grania and I'm here to represent Ace Drilling and Excavation today.
Okay, and state your name?
Grania Curran, Grainne, CU.
Slow down.
Sorry.
No, that's all right. You know how to spell it, I don't. Go ahead.
So I first applied for this permit on May 29th, was my first email sent in with the application, the trenching letter and the PG&E plans. I didn't receive anything back. I sent another follow-up email on this June 3rd. I received an email back asking for the certificate of insurance and certificate of insurance stating once they received it, the permit would be approved. So June 4th, I sent certificate of insurance, didn't receive anything back, sent it again on June 5th, didn't receive anything back, but it stated it would be approved, so I thought, okay, surely it's gone through the system. But I was like, I want a copy of my permit. June 7th, sent another email asking for an update and a copy of my permit, didn't receive anything back. Okay, and then June 11th came, I sent another email to them at 10:19 a.m. Can I please get an update on what's going on with this permit and is it approved or not? Then at 10:30 a.m. I received an email of the NOV. I was like, no way is this happening. I was like, I've been attempting to get this permit. I usually go down to DPW, but when I go down to DPW, it has a sign saying, please email in your applications to save the planet and help recycle. So I do my best to email as often as possible. So June 11th, I received the NOV. Same day, previous to the NOV, I had emailed in asking for an update. That same day at 1:15, I received an email saying they were waiting on my certificate of insurance. I explained to him I sent this. I sent him the email showing that I had sent it on June 4th and June 5th. He said that he didn't know why it wasn't uploaded to the system. I explained to him I've just received an NOV. He apologized for it. I said this is 13 days later since I first applied for this application. I don't understand why it has taken so long, and he apologized on behalf of the staff at the DPW, and he talked to the team and to hopefully that it wouldn't happen again or occur for anyone else, that they'd have someone taking more of a look at their emails. It was never our intention to excavate without a permit. I do not want to see a $10,000 fine coming to my doorstep for something that I had applied for, I attempted to receive on numerous occasions, but failing to get any reply back.
Do you have copies of those emails
Yes, I do.
with you, or can you
Yep.
send them? Maybe.
He did grant me the permit that day.
Well, that's good. I'm glad. Okay. May we keep these?
Yeah, of course you can.
Okay. And can you spell your last name again for me, please?
Curran.
Oh, I can do that. All right. Very good.
Thank you.
Okay, I'll keep these and include these in my recommendation to the. Is there anyone that would like to speak on this matter? Any member of the public? Any member anywhere? Very good. We'll move on to the next one. Item 14 is order number 201466, To consider a notice of violation 13430, violations for improper housekeeping at 884 Alabama Street.
Thank you. Good morning. Jonathan Vang with Public Work. Reading order number 201466, violation 13430 at 884 Alabama. On Friday, May 24th, 2019, around 1 p.m., an inspector responded to a complaint regarding a porta potty at 884 Alabama. Upon arrival, an inspector found graffiti on the porta potty and issued a 72-hour correction notice to JRB Construction to remove the graffiti. On Thursday, May 30th, 2019, the inspector performed a follow-up inspection. As the graffiti was not cleaned up, the inspector issued a notice of violation 13430 for improper housekeeping at $1,000 a day. A final inspection on June 3rd showed that the porta potty was removed, and the inspector closed out the violation with a penalty of $1,000. Show some photo relating to this case, a copy of appeal letter, a notice of violation with a correction notice on the top and notice of violation at the bottom. Inspection photos on May 24th. Inspection on May 30th. And on June 3rd, final inspection shows the porta potty and the board wall was removed. And a copy of the invoice. That's
Is,
all.
can we go back to the pictures of the 24th? And is that the notice on the side of the?
Yes.
Very good. Is anyone here to speak on, the appellant here, to speak on this matter? Okay. Please state your name and spell it for the record, please. Or not spell it, but.
My name is Jose Bulaklak, Bulaklac, JRB Construction.
Okay.
We haven't seen the first notice of violation.
Okay.
I don't know if it just fallen down or somebody took it, because we've been using the porta toilet every day, and also my crew, so we don't have to miss it, because as far as the inspector told me that they posted the notice on the door. Anyway, when I received the second notice, the 1,000 notice violation, that was on the 24th, I think, I immediately take out the plywood system, because we put plywood around the porta toilet.
Correct.
So we inverted it on the other side. I have some pictures. And I called right away, same day, the inspector, and told him that it was abated already. On the following day, the 31st, I called the company, United Toilets, to remove totally the porta toilet, since we have a toilet already on the construction.
Mm-hmm.
So that was happened. So I called I took some pictures. So porta toilet is not there anymore. And that's it. And also I requested a copy from the United Toilet, the service, that every Tuesday I want them to clean the toilet, service maintenance. So I have the ledger. If you want, I could give it to you.
Did they do that for you, sir?
Yes.
They cleaned it and cleaned off the graffiti?
Yes.
Took care of everything?
Yes, because of the area over there, Alabama, and then you clean it in the morning, in the afternoon it's different again.
No, I understand it's an ongoing,
Yes.
it's
Thank
it's an
you.
ongoing project. Okay. All right. Okay.
Do you want a copy of the ledger?
No, well, you can certainly submit it if you'd like, and I'll include it in the package.
Thank you.
Would anyone else, any members of the public or anyone else want to speak on this matter? All right. Hearing none, we'll close the hearing, and we didn't skip over anyone, so
All right,
I think
thank
we're
you.
done. Very good. Clint, thank you very much.